Here's a good little, you know what I'm saying, angle of it. You can kind of see the stripes on the car with the pearl in it. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today, I'm going to do a mock run of the stripes on the car. I'm gonna show you guys 2 examples of what I was thinking about how I want to lay the stripes out. I was thinking about it and I was like, yo, like, you know, how they should go in coordination. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a second here. I'm kind of like 90% decided on what I want to do with the stripes. But there's a couple of ways that I could lay them out. And I'll explain all of that once I lay the stripes. But the reason why I say a mock run of the stripes is because we're going to lay them out. The car is not sanded down yet for flow coat, so I still have to do that. And before I flow coat the car, or before I lay the stripes down, I have to sand the car all the way down so that I can, you know, lay those and then sand those down and then clear the car. But since the car's not sanded down yet and I'm not 100% decided on how I want to lay the stripes, I'm going to lay them out first, just on the back quarter of the car on both sides, so we can get both examples of what it would possibly look like. And then we'll go from there. So we'll choose a direction after that's done, said and done. And after it's completed, we'll choose a direction, which way we want to go. And I want you guys to input which ones you guys think will look better. I kind of have an idea of how I want to go. I've kind of looked at like similar designs on the Monte Carlo, and there's not really one that is like how I'm trying to make it. You know what I mean? You have like a bunch of Monte Carlos that have all the same color strips. You got a bunch of Monte Carlos that have like one lighter part on the top and then 2 of the same colors. You have the trajectory of like the different color variations, like a yellow, a orangish color, and like a red color. You have different color variations. You got all the same stripes. I think I said that already, but with what I'm trying to do, there's not really one that I have seen like what I'm trying to do yet. And I'm kind of contemplating, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, going one direction or the other. And I'll explain to you guys why and what my thought process behind it is. But once I get the stripes laid down, I'll show you guys what it looks like on both ends of the spectrum. And then we'll go from there. Remember, it's not complete. It's not 100%. I'm not laying the stripes completely right now. I'm just trying to get an accurate idea of what direction I want to go. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know which stripes look the best to you, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, man, before we jump into the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's get to the video. All right, y'all. So we got the first stripe laid, the black. I'm actually kind of digging it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Now this stripe is way too big. You can see it takes up this whole entire side script piece or side piece. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Like here on the Elco, you can see the paint on the top and the bottom. I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to look like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I like it, you know what I mean? I don't know the exact sizes of these pinstripes or whatever, but I don't want it to take up the whole entire. I want you to be able to still see the white on the top and the bottom. But this stripe is too big for what, this wasn't supposed to be the one that goes on the top. So I am improvising a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm improvising a little bit. Like I said, I want to try to see what it would look like with that stripe on the top going around the wheel well. It actually looks pretty decent, but we're gonna see the other stripes. There's only one stripe that is accurate. So, I mean, we'll just have to improvise just to kind of see the colors, but let me lay out the other colors and then we'll see what this side looks like. All right, y'all. So here's the other side. I try to get up a little bit closer so y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, what it looked like. So, I wasn't gonna run with this stripe here, but now that I'm looking at it, it might be okay, just because of the simple fact that if I'm gonna run 3 stripes, if I get a wider stripe, it just pulls the stripes down even more. The bottom one is 3/4. The middle one is 1/2 inch. And then I think the top one is 1/8 of an inch, not 1/4 of an inch. Which, I don't know. I don't know what I should do about that part. Just because of the simple fact that I don't know if, I mean, I don't know if you guys could tell, but that is a lot thinner than that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to tell, but I still could run with a 1/4 inch on the top. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it like that. I really need y'all's help. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. One, should I go with this one? Because if I go with this one, I won't have to order another one. Or should I go with this one? You know what I'm saying? Obviously not the color, but the size. And it's very hard to tell on camera, but that's really thin. I kind of would prefer to take up a little bit more. Not like, obviously, you know, the whole thing or nothing like that. But, I mean, it really kind of doesn't even matter. But I think the original stripes are 1/4 inch. And then number two, what y'all think of the stripes layout, or the stripe layout? It's hard to see that top one without me getting up on it, but I think I'm pretty much decided on what I wanted to do. I was playing this out in my head, so I had to lay it out and see it. And I think that, in my personal opinion, I like the stripes broken up more, and I'll show you guys the other side what it looks like. I like the stripes broken up more, with the green on the top and the green on the bottom. I like it like that because it, you know, doesn't look all convoluted with 2 green stripes or whatever. And I like that the green stripe is going across the side of the car, you know what I'm saying, or the wheel well, instead of the black, because the theme of the car is more so the green, you know what I'm saying? The paint has green in it, the underlying parts or the accent parts, I should say, are all green. The motor's green. Yes, the black is the foundation for like all the trim pieces and stuff, but that's not the main color. Black would be like I guess you could say like a primary color. I guess that's what it would be, because black would be, it would be black whether this car was red, pink, purple, blue. It wouldn't matter. The accent pieces or the trim pieces would always be black. You know what I'm saying? There would never be a different color. Just like I did on the Elko, it wouldn't be a different color. Like chrome is all right, but you know, obviously for the Monte Carlo, you wouldn't go chrome because it came with black. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't have the chrome on the Super Sport. But you know, that's the reason why, like, I don't want black across the wheel wells, and also the decals are not black. So I think that it would kind of be mismatchy if the decals were not black and they were the green color, and then you got black going around the wheel wells. It just wouldn't look right. So let me go around here and show you guys this other side. So this is the other side. You see how like the 2 stripes are kind of like convoluted a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's like no breakup. There's like no breakage. This side looks kind of cool, you know what I mean? And I know like a lot of cars have the same 2 bottom stripes, but I kind of like the breakup. And then also too, like I said, I don't want the black to go around the wheel well. I think that, you know what I'm saying, having green decals but black across the wheel well on the front and the back, it kind of wouldn't look right to me. But, you know, y'all can let me know y'all's thoughts, what y'all think down in the comment section, man. And these are just quickly laid out. They're not 100% straight or nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to worry about that just yet. Because these are obviously coming off, because I got to sand the car down and then redo them. But I just wanted to get my head wrapped around what it's going to look like. And I'm still kind of deciding whether I want to keep this stripe or just order a bigger one. I might just order a bigger one just because, you know what I mean? Just because I think that that's just a little too thin going around the wheel well. You can kind of hardly see it, but let's go from this angle. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too thin, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all could let me know what y'all think about it. But yeah, man, I wanted to see what it was gonna look like, and I wish I could get some more pearl in the video so that we could see it, but the sun is not really shining, and it's hard to kind of like capture it with the pearl. Dang, let me see if I can get a flashlight or something, or turn the light on my camera and see if we could get a little bit more pearl on here so we can see what the green looks like together. All right, y'all, it's still kind of hard to see, you know, because I got this little flashlight, but there's a good little, you know what I'm saying, angle of it. You can kind of see the stripes on the car with the pearl in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really curious to see what y'all's thoughts are. Let me know what y'all think, man, with the stripes, with the pearl. I think it looks pretty solid like that. I think I'm pretty much decided on what I want to do. Man, it's crazy how this all matched up. Like, these are all pieces and parts from, I guess let me give y'all the other side too. So, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of get a perspective from both angles. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of hard. Like I said, it's kind of hard to get all the angles on here, but yeah. So, anyway, like I said, I'm kind of decided on what I'm gonna do. I'm curious to know y'all's thoughts though, what y'all think, what y'all would do. But man, I mean, the car looks good without the stripes. I could run it without the stripes, all that. But for me, I like it with the stripes. You know what I'm saying? This car got stripes on it. This car is gonna have stripes on it, and I'm a real big proponent of like originality. You know what I'm saying? Like enhance, but original as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not a real big fan of doing things like, you know, especially on G-bodies. On G-bodies, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's real imperative, at least to me, for originality to stay in its place. Like the SS, the Monte Carlo, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not really too much that you could do to it. Like outside of being original, the Grand Nationals obviously like that. If we're talking about 442 cutlasses and Hearst cutlasses and stuff like that, there's not really much that you can do to it that is outside the realm of, you know what I'm saying, like not being original. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like T-Top Monte Carlo, T-Top SS Monte Carlo, you're not gonna do nothing to the roof. Obviously, you got a T-top. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could throw new interior in it, like the SS Camaro or whatever. You know what I'm saying? People would be doing, but I'm not a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Camaro. Don't get me wrong, the Camaro interior is cool and all, but I like the G-body interior. I think the G-body interior is the best interior that Chevy has made. And I'm not saying that as far as like the newer cars with all the, you know what I'm saying, enhancements and all that stuff that they've done, but like the design of the interior is simplistic. It looks good. The dashboards, they look good. Everything is solid to me. I really like the G-body interior. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, a third gen Camaro interior. I hate the third gen Camaro interior. I think it's completely garbage. But you know what I'm saying? Like some people like it, but I'm a real big fan of G-body interiors, especially with them being 100%, you know, not 100% stock, because obviously you can change it up. You can change the seat, the tweed and the seats and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, like as far as the original interior, like I would get a console, I would get the back pods and the back deck and stuff like that, just to give it a little bit of enhancement. But I kept the dashboard, keeping the dashboard and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kept the Monte Carlo seats because I think the Monte Carlo seats are actually the best seats in the G-body and Grand National. And I would say Cutlass too, because the Cutlass seats, they got them pillow top. Well, some of them got the pillow tops, man, and nice and soft, man. If you ever ridden in the Oldsmobile or sat on the pillow top seats in the Oldsmobile, man, Man, nothing like it. But anyways, same with the El Camino. I was gonna go with the Monte Carlo seats, but I couldn't find none at the time, and I found these, and these are like perfect. But I wanted to keep my Elko as original as possible. I know I did some things to the dashboard and stuff like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to keep the same type of door panels, the same, you know, same aesthetic, you feel me? But anyways, the Elko is a little bit more like custom because this is not like a special car. Like the SS is a special car, the National is a special car, 442 Hearse, those are special cars, but this is just an Elko, you know what I'm saying? I switched up the bumper, switched up the back bumper, and this grill is not for a 79, it's different. It's for like an 80 Malibu, I think. But you could tell like mine doesn't have the little piece right here for like the grill on the other ones is like pushed in a little bit, and you can see a little bit of body line right there or something like that. But mine is just flush. It looks like a Badger, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? This is a little bit more customized than, you know what I'm saying, your regular Elko with the steel bumpers and stuff like that. But with the Monte Carlo, like I said, man, keep it original, still make it different through the paint, the wheels, whatever. All the underlying, like the motor and the transmission and the suspension and stuff like that, brakes, you can switch it up and stuff like that, in my opinion. I'm more of like a pro touring look. Like I don't like the huge wheels. Like they're cool, I can appreciate them, you know what I'm saying, on certain cars they're cool, but like I wouldn't go 26s on a Gbody. I just wouldn't. Like they're just too big for the car, to me, in my opinion. I would go foes, but this is not my car, you know what I'm saying, it, you know, so we're gonna keep it light, and we're gonna, you know, keep it like this. And I think these are perfect. Like the Elko, I wouldn't go no bigger on the Elko. Like I wouldn't go foes or nothing like that because it's just too big. These are almost too big. These are 22s, but you know what I'm saying, they fit the car perfect, and they will fit this car perfect. Matter of fact, one day I might take these off and put them on here just to give it a, so we can see like what it would kind of look like. I mean, it doesn't really match, you know what I'm saying, the whole aesthetic, but you know, these are the type of wheels that are gonna go on the car. Like the design, this is what's gonna go on here. Obviously different color, but yeah, man, anyways, same thing with, you know, the Impala over there, and I know I'm getting off track, but the Impala over there, same thing. Like I'm all for originality. Although Impalas are, because it's a bigger car, I would go bigger wheels. Like I want to go bigger wheels, either 24s or 6s, but 6s are kind of too big. You got to cut and all that. I don't know if I want to do that, so I might just do foes over there. But it's a bigger car, so it just is what it is. Box Chevys, 6s, cool. You know what I'm saying? 24s too small for the box Chevys. I feel like 6s are perfect. Donks, 6s. You know, 8 bodies. You know, could go foes or 2s, depending on how the car set up. But like I said, I'm a pro touring fan. I like the car to sit low, right on the tires, right level. Like I don't like squat, I like it level, and that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got that thing. So anyways, I wanted to keep the originality with the stripes because, you know, this is how it came. Not 100% how it came, because it never came with these colors. The sizes are gonna be different, but it is what it is. So anyways, man, like I said, I want to know y'all's thoughts. Drop down in the comment section which one y'all think it looks better. You got to kind of improvise a little bit because the sizes are not 100% correct. This size is a little bit more true and correct than that side, because like I said, that black stripe is too thick on the top. But you know, you get my drift. You could kind of see like what it would be with the stripes laid out. So let me know what y'all think, man. I'm super curious. Drop that down in the comment section. And yeah, man, let's keep rocking on this car. Again, door hinges, I gotta get them. I'm gonna probably hit them up today and see where we're at with them. Because even if he doesn't powder coat the rest of the parts, at least the door hinges, so I can keep moving, because we're now starting to get back to the fall and it's gonna start getting cold. So I'm kind of like running out of time a little bit to kind of like get this stuff done. So anyways, let me go ahead and hit him up, and then we'll see. And then hopefully we could throw the doors on and start getting this stuff done. All right, y'all. I had the wife come out here and see the decals or whatever. She initially said the other side looks better than this side. I explained to her my thought process behind it, just because my biggest dilemma is the green around the wheel well. So I decided to throw the decal on there just so you can see. Obviously the doors are not on. Obviously that's not where the decal goes. But I mean, you can see the contrast, you feel me? So I decided to throw the decal on there, and then that's not the right color decal too. So you can tell that that's too green, and then that's like turquoise, green turquoise. You can see the contrast. I'm having more made, but for now, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to kind of get an idea of kind of how it would look. And to be honest, I know what I had said previously about the black being on the top, and then the decals or whatever. It doesn't even really matter. I mean, to be honest, I do like the black in the middle. I don't really want the black over the wheel well. And she said that maybe the green looks better around the wheel well, because I had explained to her, like, initially she said that the other stripes look better on the other side. But then, you know what I'm saying, said that the green around the wheel well probably makes the most sense because of the contrast. And I didn't lay the other decal down on this other side. But, I mean, I don't know. She said that this looks better initially, like I said. And it could be the difference between the stripe thickness and stuff like that. This is super thick, so it looks like it fills up the space more than the other side. I don't know, but man, this is a tough decision. I didn't think laying the stripes out was gonna be as tough of a decision, and I know what I would want, you know what I'm saying? And, but then, like, as I look at it more, it's kind of like, which way to go? I mean, they're just stripes, and nobody will ever know what the decision was or what the difference was. You know what I mean? Because, when you see the car, it's just going to be stripes, But yeah, so I guess we'll decide. I got to kind of know what direction we're going to go, because either way, either if we're going to go that direction or this direction, I'm going to have to order a 1/4 inch either green or a 1/4 inch either black. So regardless of the situation, we got to kind of figure it out so that we know. We still have a little bit of time to decide, because, we can't lay these stripes and everything down until the decals come back, and until we could wet sand the car 600 grit and, flow coat it anyway. So once I have 600 gritted, I could lay the stripes. So I'll probably 600 grit it this weekend. I'll see. Yeah, and then I still have to repaint that other fender. So we'll see. I mean, we got some time. So got some time. No need to rush. I'll leave it on here. I'll see what you guys' thoughts are. Like, just looking at it like this, I think it looks pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess we'll have to just see what we come up with, really. All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for this video, man. I'm starting to get excited. I think I said this last video, but actually seeing the stripes on the car, it looks really, really good. I'm about to go in here and get the wife's opinion. She's standing, right there in the kitchen, so she could just peek out and look at it real quick. But I think that, the contrast of everything, like how everything came together, is like super crazy, man. Like I said, like I literally piece this stuff together. And I ordered stripes off of Amazon. These are where the stripes came from. I went and selected the color for the powder coating, took that color for the powder coat to the paint shop to match the paint up perfectly. The colors for the stripes just so happened to match perfectly with the paint and the powder coating. You couldn't tell which parts are painted and which parts are powder coated, because they match perfectly. And then to top it all off, I literally ordered a paint sample from the paint shop that, like I work with or whatever, or that I get my material from. And it just so happened that the color inside the paint, or the pearl inside the paint, matches perfectly with the stripes and everything. It's kind of quite amazing how everything just came together. Everything flowed together perfectly. Like none of the colors are really off to the point where it's like, dang, like that don't even match. That don't even look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, wow. Like, I mean, at all, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to piece all this together, I was kind of nervous about everything matching the way it needed to match. Like, you know, doing this car is different than the other ones because this one, it's like, there's not really accent colors. You know what I'm saying? Like black is the only primary color, but everything else is like, it has to flow. With the Elko, like blue and gold, those are two different contrasts. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what gold it was, it just needed to be gold. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the whole car is blue. And then I lucked out with the seats because the seats have like little blue accents in them, and it matched perfectly with the car. So it, you know, that kind of, you know, came together. I didn't have to do a whole lot of thinking. And then obviously the rest of everything on the Elko's black, which, you know, it's not hard to match black. You know, you either got gloss black, semi-gloss, you know what I'm saying, satin, you know, matte, and that's pretty much it. And you just get the same color and it's good. But right here, everything had to flow perfectly. And I think that it came out, mwah. We still got to wait for the decals. I went and matched up the stripes with the color of the decals. So hopefully those come back perfect as well. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll just keep rocking, man. Like I said, starting to get excited because we are literally getting down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? We're getting down to the nitty gritty, and you know, yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. So anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I still got a few little things that I got to knock out and get done. And then hopefully we can start piling things on and then, you know, start having a complete car, because I'm really ready to get the space back in my garage, and I'm really ready to start seeing this car actually be a car again. A memory popped up from last year of when I had the car in the driveway right before I started to pull it apart. And it was the last time that I had actually drove the car. I drove the car around the neighborhood because it was sitting in the middle. Drove it around the neighborhood in order to put it on that side of the garage. And you know, there it sat until we broke it down. And it's been a year since it's been broken down. And we are now getting to that point. So anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Always remember, work hard so you can live free.